right, so now we are going to factor a trinomial with a equal to 1. So if you remember, this is a, but we really don't have one here, so that means a is 1. So you'll see me refer to this, maybe, if it comes back, as one where a equals 1. Now, this is really just a logic puzzle. So this is the way we think about it. We take C. So in this case, with its sign, our C is a positive 15, right? Maybe if it'll write. I can't have this. Oh, come on. There, maybe. Ah! Let's try this again. So in this case, C equals a positive 15. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to list the factors of 15. So I have as their pairs 1 times 15 and 3 times 5. Those are the numbers that multiply to 15. I need what multiplies, because we're kind of working our for our double distribution backwards. So I need what multiplies to 15 and now adds or subtracts to 8. So adds to B. So in this case, 8. And so when we look at this, 1 plus 15 is 16, so it's not that one. And then 3 plus 5 is 8. So that's the choice we want to make, is 3 plus 5. Well, not plus, but 3 and 5. So now once we have that, it just becomes, I have 2 sets of parentheses, because these are my 2 binomials that are going to multiply together. To get x squared, we're going to take x times x. My signs, because I want a positive 8, and they're adding together. So when they multiply, I get a positive 15. I need plus 3 and plus 5. And that's the way that these, when a equals 1, that's how this works. So when I do these, this is how I set it up. 2 sets of parentheses. Now, again, this is if my a is 1. X and x. From here, I know I need a positive 24, right? And so I have 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. Those are my factors. I need what adds to a negative 11. So what adds to a negative 11? And so 24 and 1 will either be 26, or if I subtract 23. If I add 2 and 12 is 14. If I subtract, it's 10. Neither of those are 11. If I add 8, 9, 10, 11, so this one is 11. And then 4 plus 6 is 10. 6 minus 4 is 2. So it has to be this one. Now, I need it to be a negative 11. So we're going to make these negative 3 and negative 8 so that I get my negative 11 that I'm wanting. So negative 3 with negative 8. And then I just plug that in. Negative, negative, 3, 8, or 8, 3. There's either one of these. Minus 8, x minus 3. They're both correct. The only time it matters with where you place something is if one's positive and one's negative. You just got to make sure the sign's in the right spot. So here's our next problem. Again, because it's an a of 1, I'm going to create my 2 sets of parentheses. And my x, maybe, for some reason the middle of my board doesn't want to write x. And then I want to get to negative 15. So now I get 1 and 15, 3 and 5. But I need it to be negative, which means I need a positive and a negative to end up with a negative. I need to add to 2. 2 is our goal, and the only way we're going to do that is with 3 and 5. So it's either -3 and a +5 or +3 and a -5. Well, this one would be -2. This one is 2. So we want our first option here. And so I'm going to do -3 and +5. Your other way you could write it would be x plus 5, x minus 3. They're both correct. You just have to make sure you have the sign with the correct problem, so we have the correct sign on for our answer. All right, there is one last, and this is if we have multiple variables, which you can do with a trinomial, especially if a is 1. So again, I start by putting my parentheses. I know I have an x and an x in the front. Now on the back, because I have a y and a y, it's going to be something y. My y is going to have a coefficient. So now I need factors of 55, -55. So I've got 1 and 55. 2 doesn't go in, 3 doesn't go in, 4 doesn't go in, but 5 goes in. 6 doesn't go in, 7 doesn't go in, 8 doesn't go in, 9 and 10 don't go in. So we want to add to 6, which, because this is negative, it's actually subtracting. 55 minus 1 is not going to get me to 6. So I know it has to be 5 and 11. I know one has to be positive and one has to be negative. Because it's a positive 6, that means the bigger number has to be positive. So I'm going to have x plus 11y times x minus 5y. And again, you can flip-flop it because multiplication is commutative. There are a couple ways to do, to do some trinomial factoring. If you are needing assistance, by all means ask. I am happy to help. I'll catch you on the flip side. Be classy, 8th grade.